All right, welcome to Sunday's Morning Tailgate Week 10, brought to you by Coast to Coast Network. I am the quarterback, the host. I am Big B. I am joined by my big man up front there, Mr. Crispy Bacon. How you doing, bud?
Doing good. Hopefully, it's a better week for the Cowboys, but doing good.
Oh, it's always a good week when the Cowboys lose. It's always a good week. So, and then joining us as always, our wideout, Mr. Patriots himself, Loro. How you doing, bud?
Doing great. Gonna be a great Sunday. Looking forward to a great game, and I expect the Patriots to get a big win today.
All right. So with that being said, uh let's get right into it, guys. Let's talk a little news breaking. Odell Beckham with the Rams. What do you guys think, Chris?
I think that was a good pickup. It seems like the Rams are, they just pick up anybody that's on the market that they can afford or they can use on their team, but it seems like they get everyone.
Yeah, they seem like they just retooling. So Laurel, quick thoughts on Odell with the Rams.
I think that's a good pickup for the Rams. I thought we were going to see a combo of Cup and Woods and Beckham, but with Woods out for the season, Odell Beckham's going to be getting a lot of targets.
Yep, exactly. And then the other old face back in a old place, I guess.
Cam
Cam
Newton.
Newton back with the Panthers.
Panthers.
Laura, what do you think of that move?
I mean, he started his career there, and I think that he could rejuvenate his career back where he started.
Yeah, how about you there, Chris? What do you think of that move, bringing Mr. Cam Newton back?
I think we'll see a little bit of the old Cam Newton from when he was drafted and playing there. They said he is expected to be active today, but not starting. I think PJ Walker is going to be their quarterback, but he will start next week. So I mean, you,
Okay.
you might see a little bit of him maybe today, and of course next week. So
Next week.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Somebody posted, could have been ESPN, that the Patriots are now paying, when Cam Newton first left, they're paying Teddy Bridgewater, who's now with Denver. They're paying the replacement, Donald, of course, who's now on the injured list, and then they're paying Cam Newton. So they're paying Cam Newton's replacement, all on the same roster. So, uh,
it's a lot of dead money.
yeah, exactly. Dead money. That's one thing football seems to be good for is a lot of the dead money. So with that being said, all right, guys, let me pull up the games here. I had it pulled up. Okay, so this week again, guys, viewers, we're gonna be doing our pickups. We're gonna go through the list of games. I'm giving the guys a chance to pick their own games. Two of the games that we'll still pick our Sunday and Monday games. So these guys will let me know what their locks are. You always let me know what your locks are. First, we're gonna start off with Chris's Cowboys
uh,
versus the Falcons at home. So, Chris, why don't you kick it off?
I mean, both teams are really good. Falcons, they beat the Saints, and I know it was with a backup quarterback and all of that, but they're not a team to sleep on. Cowboys aren't either. Dallas has been having a lot of injury issues, and it seems like you know as the football season goes on, a lot of that happens. But it seems to always happen to us down the stretch. I'm going with Dallas on this one.
All right, Laurel, how about you?
I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they lost badly last week to the Denver Broncos, and I think that the I think that the Dallas Cowboys will get a win here. I just thought last week was embarrassing.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. After what they did the week before and been doing all year, yeah, I thought definitely they were. I had to check the scoreboard a few times because I didn't think I was reading it right. Being that the Cowboys are the Cowboys. I don't see them losing too. As a matter of fact, I'm taking this as my first lock. I'm taking the Cowboys, so I think the Cowboys are going to take care of them. Tim, our viewer, he's taking the Cowboys, and so is our man Adam. He's taking the Cowboys. So next we got AP playing against his former team. So
Ooh.
Saints versus the Titans.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
which
which
will
former
former team?
team?
I know. Loro. So let's start with you. Saints versus the Titans.
I'm going to go with the New Orleans Saints in this game. I think they need a win badly after losing to the Falcons.
All right, Chris. How about you? Who do you got in this game?
It seems like for Tennessee, no matter who you put in at running back, it seems like they can. They're good at that position. I'm going with Tennessee.
Yeah, I agree with Chris there. Anybody that it seems like you throw back there, But yeah, I'm going with Tennessee too. I think they're definitely going to. AP might be get some carries, get some touchdowns. I mean, he got one last week, so let's keep it rolling. Tim's going with the Saints, and Barber is going with the Titans. So yeah. So moving on. Speaking of our viewer Tim, we got his team up next. The Jaguars versus the Colts. Chris, who you got in that game?
I'm going with Indianapolis on this one. I mean, Jacksonville won their second game last week. That doesn't mean much.
They're on a
It's
roll.
a AFC South battle. Going with the Colts.
Loro, how about you?
I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts. So did you say Tim is a Jaguars fan or a Colts
No,
fan?
Tim is a Colts fan. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Colts too. I think I don't know. I know there's a delusional host that we have that thinks the Jaguars are gonna make a run for the playoffs. And I don't know where he's coming from, but I'm gonna go for the Colts. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take that as my second lock. I think that's gonna be a good game. So my two games are already picked. I'm taking the Colts. I think they're going to be solid. Of course, Tim's going to take his Colts. He said by 21, and Adam's already chiming in with the Colts. So, all right, Lowro, we're on your team now. The Browns versus the Patriots.
I'm going to go with the Patriots in this game. I think that we need to win big, and I think that the Patriots have been playing good football, and I think this is a good time for them to get a win here.
All right. Chris, how about you, bud?
I feel like Mac Jones has been playing better in his rookie year. Baker Mayfield's been playing a better season. I'm going with the Browns.
Yeah, this one's a tough one for me. Like Chris said, Mac Jones is playing better. But I still like that running game for the Browns.
Well, they don't have Chubb today.
Yeah, you're right. They don't have Chubb, but they seem to put it together last week. So I'm going to go with the Browns in a close one. Maybe a little overtime game, a little extra football. So Tim is chiming in with the Patriots, and Adam's going with the Browns. So, and yes, Tim would know, yeah, Chubb is out. So next we got the mighty Bills versus the Jets. Probably not much to talk about, but we will anyways. Loro, what do you got?
I'm going with an upset here. I think the Jets are going to beat the Bills just because I think that since I want my Patriots to be in first place already, this is a good time to do it.
So I'll go with the upset. All right. I like it. Chris, how about you?
I'm going with Buffalo over New York Jets.
Yeah, I
wouldn't be surprised if New York won. They've been pulling wins lately. So
Yeah, I can't. I can't pull for a team that I think put the Patriots at first. So I gotta go with the Bills. I think the Bills are gonna just keep kind of rolling there. So, yep. And our viewers are both taking the Bills. Tim by 14, and Adam just saying the Bills. So, moving on. This one might be a pretty interesting matchup since we found out Big Ben's not going to be in. It's going to be the 0-8 Lions versus the Steelers in Pittsburgh. So, Chris, what do you got?
I'm going with Pittsburgh. I feel like the Lions can probably, get a lot of points and a lot of touchdowns. I don't think they'll win, but I think they'll be, scoring head to head on this one.
All right, Loro, how about you?
This is my lock of the week still. I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers will beat the Detroit Lions.
All right.
This is one of my locks. So
Yep.
I got one of my games in for the two that I picked.
I got to go with Adam here. I think the Steelers are going to win just on their defense. I think it's going to be a close one. I think I think the Lions are better than the 0-8 record they showed. They've had some games where they've been in it, but they just shot themselves in the foot. I see them doing that again here. So I'm going to go with the Steelers in another close one. Tim is picking the upset. He's going with the Lions by 3. So, one of these days, somebody who picks the Lions are going to be right.
I went back and forth.
Yeah, I did too, especially with Roethlisberger out. But, somebody's going to be right when they pick the Lions to win. So moving on, we got the Buccaneers versus the football team. Loro, your old quarterback, your idol, Bucks. What do you got?
Going with Tampa Bay. Tom Brady is going to torch that defense. This defense of the Washington football team is really taking a big step back. That's why I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to get a win.
How about you, Chris?
I'm going to make this my lock and put Tampa Bay.
That's one of my locks too, Chris, too, as well.
Oh, you both okay? So you're both taking the Bucks, huh?
Yep.
All right.
So I have my games in already.
Yep, your games are in. So Tim's also taking this as his lock. Tim, was your first lock the Lions game then? So just let me know what your first one was. So yeah, I gotta take the Bucks. It's kind of shocking that last year the football team defense held them in and took them to the playoffs, but he said Colts. Okay. So and this year the defense is kind of struggling. So little different style of defenses. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, you can't go against the Bucks. With Tom Brady being there. So moving on, we got Cam Newton's return to the Panthers versus the Cardinals. So Chris, what do you got in that game?
This is going to be my second lock, and I'm going with Arizona.
All right, go with the Cardinals. I like it. So, any specific reason, or just
I just feel like I know Hopkins isn't playing, but Kyler Murray is, and I feel like
Kyle Murray is okay.
Yeah, he's playing. So even though he's still kind of injured, but I think
because I just saw something that said that Kyle Murray, they're kind of so-so on Kyle Murray. So, but all right, unless you got something different, we'll go with it. So, Laura, how about you?
I'm going to go with the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, I think that the Panthers are good, but I just don't think they're good enough.
Yeah, with the people still kind of questioning, I was still kind of on the fence, but after what they did to the Niners last week, and yes, I know it's the Niners. I mean, Colt McCoy came in, they didn't miss a beat. I expect that to happen again, so taking the Cardinals. So moving on. Yeah, we got those Minnesota Vikings versus the Chargers, and I'll start this one off since I've let everybody else start off their teams. Vikings are going to lose. they'll play them tough. They'll have a good first drive. They'll probably score the first drive, and then after that, they will just play not to win the game. So I take the Chargers. I think Herbert's going to have a decent game. I can see it being I can see it being a close game, maybe another overtime game or something. But I'm taking the Chargers. Loro, how about you?
I'm going with my hometown LA Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to get a big win over the Vikings here.
Yep. Chris?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Big B. I'm picking the Chargers.
Don't be sorry, man. Don't be sorry.
I know.
We're here to be unbiased. And when a team's not playing good, and
right.
So moving on, we got the Eagles versus the Broncos. Chris, what do you got there?
Ooh, as much as I don't want the Eagles to win, I feel like they have a good chance of winning, so I'm picking the Eagles.
All right. Loro, what do you got?
Can you repeat that again?
Eagles, Broncos.
I'm going to go with the this is tough. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they're going to need to find a way to get back into this playoff race that's heating up.
Yeah, no kidding. It's I've been back and forth on this too, and I just think the Broncos, if they get it going early, they're going to be tough. So I'm going to go with the Broncos on a close one, probably touchdown. So I see Tim's also taking the Broncos. He took the Chargers, and he's taking the Cardinals. So, all right. So moving on, our last afternoon game. Returning quarterbacks. So we got Russell Wilson coming back, and we got Aaron Rodgers coming back. So Seattle versus Packers. Loro, who do you got?
I'm going with Aaron Rodgers. I think that having him back is going to be a huge impact for the Green Bay Packers and for Seattle. I think that I think Russell Wilson will be good, but I just think Green Bay is going to win this game.
Yeah, Chris?
Ooh, I think Green Bay is going to win it. It's going to be interesting to see how Russell Wilson's. I think it's finger, how it does in the cold, because right now it's snowing.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to let up. But right now it's just, coming down, a little bit. So it's going to make for difficult conditions.
Yeah, it's I probably would take Seattle if this was a home game. But Packers outdoors, snowing. But I gotta go with the Packers. Can't go wrong against them. We got Sarge chiming in here saying hi from the duck blind. So he's out having a little fun, I think. So Tim, he's also going with the Packers. So moving on to the Sunday night game. So this is our normal pick. The Chiefs versus the Raiders. Chris, what do you got?
This one's kind of going back and forth. AFC West battle. Probably 1 and 2 into the division. Or early 1 and 3. I mean, Chiefs have been kind of down this year. Raiders been kind of up, but they lost a couple games. I'm going with Kansas City.
All right, Chris, going with Kansas City. All right. Loro, how about you, bud?
I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs as well. I think they need a win badly. I think they could win the division still, but it's tough to say at this point in the AFC West because you know how well the Chargers have been playing, and then the Raiders too.
Yeah, me, you know what? I kind of turned my fence a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I've always said, got to go with Mahomes, but I just think right now, they're kind of, I don't know if everybody's followed the book on them, or if Mahomes is just putting a lot of pressure on them. So I'm going to go with the Raiders in this one. I think it's still going to be close, but I just think either the defenses have found the way to make Mahomes panic, or he's just putting a lot of pressure on himself. So I'm going to go with the Raiders. A little bit of an upset, I think it is. So now moving on to the last game of Week 10, the Monday night game. The high-flying Rams with Odell Beckham coming in and against the 49ers. Chris, what do you take in that game?
Like I said earlier, I feel like the Rams will get anybody that's on the free agent market or just on the street in general. It's just been, and then for the 49ers, it's been another struggling year. They have a talented team, it just hasn't gone their way this year. I'm going with the Rams.
All right. Laura, how about you?
I'm gonna go with the LA Rams. I just think that the Niners are just been struggling,
Yeah, I gotta take the Rams too. Like Chris said, they're just buying anybody right now, and they just seem like a team that, and we'll get into a little bit later. So, but yeah, I'm going with the Rams. It sounds like all four of us with Tim. He's going with the Rams. So, with that being said, our picks are in. Do what you guys like with them. I know my picks have not been good. So, speaking of that, Loro, you had a perfect week last week. You went 4-0 in our
wow.
week. You're up to 22-14. You're kind of leading the pack right now, with me and our viewer Tim at 19-17, and then Chris, you're at 500 right now. So we're all kind of hanging around there. So, the next 7 weeks we might have to do something a little different to kind of put the pressure on some people. So we'll see what's going on. So with that being said, Chris, you're the professor. What's our history lesson? Oh, as he must have something going on. So wait, Chris, come back.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
All right, Chris. So what's our history lesson this week? What did you find out?
All right, one thing I found, the Chicago Bears said Luckman passes for 7 touchdowns versus the Giants for a 56-7 win. That's high scoring back then. Let's see. All I can see. So, Steelers guard Terry Long passes his steroid appeal and his suspended without pay.
Okay.
That's all I can find so far.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a good one. 7 touchdowns. I mean, that's kind of
yeah. Especially
history
back
making.
then,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like what it is now. So
Yeah, no kidding. So, all right, good history lesson today. So now we're moving on to one of my favorite subjects, topics I should say, is our Lowdown segment with Loro. Looking at the conference or divisions, who's gonna win that wild AFC West there, Loro?
That's a tough race. And usually in the past 2 years, it has been a runaway division with the Chiefs. And I feel like that the AFC West is more wide open now. I mean, it's not going to run through the Chiefs as it normally would. I think it's going to be between 3 teams, the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Chiefs. But I think if I were to pick who to win this division, it would be the LA Chargers.
Kind of like it, Chris. You got anything to add? You think he's on something or what?
I feel like the Chiefs may come back though.
Yeah,
I think
don't.
it's for the Chargers to lose, but
yeah, I would say that, Chris. I would say it's probably the Chargers division to lose, but right now they're all tied wins wise. But I think a couple had a bye week already, so it'll be an interesting division to watch. Yeah, I got to put on the Chargers right now. I think the Chargers, it's their division to lose. So now we're going to move on to our next topic here. Stop messing around. Normally it's with mess around, but he's taking care of some things, I guess. So we'll take care of it like we have been. So how legit are the Rams adding Odell Beckham? So Chris, I'll start with you. How legit are they? Can they make it? Are they the front runners? Let's stop messing around here.
I feel like in that NFC West, the Rams are the team to beat. Right there with Arizona. It talent wise, it's a good pickup. I think he's still one of the top receivers. I felt like in Cleveland he didn't get enough receptions, and I don't know if that was in the game plan or not, but I feel like being in LA is going to be a little better. It's just going to be about his, I guess, attitude. Is he going to be, uh, cooperative with the team? Is he going to, be like he was in New York and towards the end with Cleveland? It's just going to depend, but I mean, football talent, it's a good pickup.
How about you, Loro? What do you think?
I think the Rams are loaded with Odell Beckham Jr. I could see this team winning the Super Bowl with that roster.
Yeah, I mean, our viewer Tim, I mean, he made a great point. They were legit before Odell Beckham, so yeah, they're more legit now. I think that's got to put them in the top two. I mean, I know they got to battle Arizona, so it could be one of those teams where you're looking at an 11-win team and you're sitting in the wild card spot. So I know they still got the individual in division games to play yet still, but adding a guy like Odell Beckham and at the perfect time. You got Woods out with an injury. I don't know if that played a factor. Maybe they knew something beforehand, but yeah, I think they got a good chance of being legit Super Bowl contenders. So, oh, there you go, Tim. Probably the quote of the day. Revival of the greatest show on turf. Yeah, we can see that with Stafford and that receiving crew. So,
I bet Stafford's going, I'm glad I'm not in Detroit right now.
There's a lot of people not glad that they're in Detroit right now. So I've never been to Detroit, and I'm glad I'm not a part of that team. So moving on to our biggest jinx of the year segment, I would like to call it. My big baller last week. I even forgot who I took, and
Jordan Love, I think.
Yeah, I did. That was more of a joke, but I thought he was going to put up better numbers. I'm glad you remember, Chris. Thanks. Um, God, I don't know. There's not really anybody that's standing out right now. Let's see here. I can't. Tim, I can't take Patrick Mahomes since I took the Raiders to win. That would be kind of, not that good.
Well, you could say something bad about the Raiders.
I could say something bad about them. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take. I took the Browns too. Man, this is tough. I wasn't really. I'll take Dak. I'll take Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. To have the big game. I think they're going to come bouncing back. So, yeah. So we'll take Dak and the boys as much as I don't want to. So with that being said, guys, so we know Ben Roethlisberger's out. Woods is out. Anybody else you guys seen? Chris, have you seen anybody else that might be out this week?
Our kicker's out.
Oh, wait a minute here. I'm just reading this now. Sources says this is on ESPN. Odell Beckham might return punts in the Rams debut today. What do you guys think of that?
He's not really a punt returner,
I know. That's what I was just like, what?
I mean, he's done
okay.
it.
So I'll read the story here. They discussed using Odell as an occasional punt returner Monday night as part of a package of plays designed for the star. Okay, so they're kind of
they're trying to say we'll give you the ball in certain situations right now. I mean,
yeah. So that'll be kind of interesting. That might make me tune into Monday night and see. Tim Hendricks is saying Claypool and Gronk are out.
I'm not surprised about Gronk. He's
Yeah,
been kind of
Gronk.
up and down.
I think Gronk's probably that one guy, that might just hang it up. I know he did that brief time, and then he went to Tampa Bay and they got the ring. I think he should have probably just called it after that.
Yeah.
So I'm reading here too that the Cardinals are not optimistic that I can't even pronounce it today.
Optimistic.
Yes, that Murray and Hopkins both are going to be playing today. So
Well, Hopkins is officially out.
yeah.
And what I heard was Murray is expected to play, but they haven't made it official.
So it'll be a game time decision. So
Right.
No,
But
what about that? Last week, we know Isaiah, our fellow commandant on the MI6 network with Loro there. He does some work for the 49ers, security wise and usher wise, and he got to escort, help
Kyler
escort Kyle Murray back to the locker room. So, what do you guys think of that?
That's kind of cool.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much crap as we give Isaiah, I think that was kind of pretty cool of him. Hopefully he didn't talk his ear off and talk about certain
Yeah, the
plays that
49ers
he
were
should
gonna-
have create for Kyle Murray, and hopefully he did. Hopefully he did tell Kyle Murray that the football field was 2,000 yards long, or feet, as he said, 2,000 feet long.
I have to convert that
So,
into feet to see
I think
what
that
it
would have
is.
threw Kyle Murray off. So, another, Loro, since you're a Patriots fan, I wanted to ask you about this. Mac Jones not getting fined for grabbing the Panthers defensive end Burns' ankles last week. What was that all about? Just I didn't see the play. I just saw the story, and can you give us a little bit more insight on that?
It was just, I didn't, everybody thought it was a dirty play. I didn't think it wasn't. I didn't think it was, I just thought that all he was just trying to do was just block for his, try to make a tackle,
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, I was just kind of curious on what that was, because I'm just like, grabbing the ankles, I mean, if he's trying to make a tackle or something, then that's not going for a fine. Or if he's on the ground and he just kind of throws his arm out there to kind of disrupt the play, I mean, that should be a fine. I thought it was more serious than that. So, and speaking of big guys, what about the oh god, I can't think of the team it was. That the lineman almost scored. The offensive lineman caught the ball and almost scored. Miami.
I was gonna say, was it went over the
Yeah,
end
I mean,
zone?
it was a legal touching of the offensitive line, but got to give guy the props. He rumbled and stumbled. 15 yards, almost got in, and
The
so what do you guys think of
Dolphins.
that? I mean, got to give the offensive line some love there. So
The Dolphins made it an elevator decal on
yeah,
their Twitter page or whatever. So
Oh,
when
yeah?
the elevator door opens, you see that play.
oh okay.
That's kind of cool. But
So
no,
what do you
I
think,
mean,
Laura? What you think of that little rumbling, stumbling offensive lineman trying to score on an illegal play?
Oh man, that was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Tim actually brought this up. And I meant to bring it up. It was the Monday night game. Yes. The hip check the ref gave to the Bears, and then
yeah,
he flagged them. So what do you think there, Chris?
we just need to get rid of this taunting penalty because or just unnecessary roughness, because I feel like the ref was at fault, not the player.
Yes,
If anything, the referee should get the penalty. Ironically, or something. He should get some kind
there
of
should be some
penalty.
looking into that. Laura, what do you think? What did you think of that when you saw it?
It was, I didn't think it was I just thought that it was inappropriate.
No, exactly. I don't know what the ref was thinking. The guy's just walking by, and he kind of gave him a little hip check and then flagged him. It's like, really, dude? I really thought
Why
that
should be
was just
flagging
like,
you? If I was a coach, I'd be throwing a challenge flag. I wish that was challengeable because I'd definitely do that. It's like, no, the referee's fault.
yeah. No, it definitely was the referee's fault. I think, I don't know if it was the head official or just a line judge, but, yeah, the ref got too involved in that game. Like Tim said here, he needs to be fined, suspended, most definitely.
Definitely fined.
Yeah, if I was the Bears organization, I definitely would have looked into writing into the league about that one. So I'm just looking here. It looks like Bills are going to be without defensive lineman
Star
Latui.
Lutulele.
Okay, thank you. He's out on the COVID list. Just seeing if there's any other late breaking stuff here. I'm not seeing anything. You guys seeing anything?
Cowboys got a new kicker.
Nah,
At
who cares?
least this week.
It's the Cowboys.
Is Greg Zerline playing, Chris?
No, he's out with COVID.
Oh, okay. So that's why they got the new kicker. Okay, gotcha. I'm waiting for speaking of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones' ego's so big. I'm waiting for him to get out of retirement and then come kick the football or something. He thinks he's all good.
He played football back. He won a championship. So
Yeah. So Williams is out for the Lions. Tim's reporting. So yeah, and then no Mac for the Colts. Okay. So
You were
Even
thinking
look
Marlon
good.
Mack, Tim, but it's really I was thinking, oh, Khalil Mack. It's Marlon Mack.
yeah, Marlon Mack. Yep. Yeah. So Tim saying that it was a lineman official, but still it doesn't matter. You got too involved in the game. Maybe you had some money riding on it, and I don't know.
or maybe he wasn't in his fantasy team, so he's like, no.
Yeah. I gotta say that is one of the greatest commercials.
Oh yeah.
Where they got the refs out there, they call a flag, and they're like, "No, dude, I need him to score." And well, if he scores, then I don't get the point. So then they're like, "Well, you go out there and dance again. We'll flag you for that. We'll flag, So
And then the players kept coming up, and they're like, "Okay,
what's the hold up? What's the
call?"
hold up? And no, that is definitely one of the greatest commercials I think of all time. So
That was better than Peyton Manning and Saturday Night Live, where he threw the football at the. I mean, maybe it's close, but
yeah, Saturday Night Live's got its own thing. I mean, so anyway, we're about 40 minutes in, guys. Anything on your mind? Anything you guys expected week 10 here? Loro, what do you expect week 10 here?
For the Patriots to get a big win here.
Yeah.
I could probably say that for the Cowboys, but I think this season overall has been one of the better seasons in a while. I mean, we've had great seasons, but they just haven't come every year, and I feel like this one's been one of the better ones.
No, I think definitely this year has been amazing, game wise. I mean, even think about last year or years before, we've always had a top 3, top 5 list of MVPs. Typically, it's all been quarterbacks. Typically, it's all been the same quarterback. This year, I think the MVP is wide open. I don't think it's set on one guy right now lead the pack. I think depending on who you talk to, it could be Stafford, it could be Murray, it could be Cooper Kupp, Derrick Henry before his injury. So I really think it's wide open right now. What do you think, Chris?
I agree with that, and also too, it's been a year of the backup. It seems like a lot of backups have been starting this year. I know we've been having the COVID issue, but just with minor injuries or just common injuries to the game, we've been seeing a lot of backup quarterbacks come out and relieve, and it's showing a lot of teams, who's out there and who they need to pick up. But yeah, I mean, as far as the MVP race, there's not three or two or three locked in names.
Yep, exactly.
It's all over the board, and it's not even just one position.
Yeah, Loro, how about you? What do you think on that the MVP race being wide open?
I think it's a good thing. I just think that being wide open is a good thing. I think it makes things interesting, but I just don't think that there's a clear favorite here. I think that this is going to be a very close MVP race.
So,
I think we're gonna have definitely new MVP candidate pop up here every week. I think. I mean, for me right now, I'm stuck between Murray and Stafford. I mean, I think Stafford's a much better MVP rate. Lead the race in my opinion. But
I just saw something that the last time the Browns won against the Patriots on the road was back in '92 when Belichick was the Browns head coach.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So and Tim says having it be wide open is fun, and then he also says a tie could be possible.
We're close to seeing that, and I think one of these games will happen.
I think he's talking about the MVP race. I think he's talking about, but he could be talking football. I don't know, but well, yeah. I mean, anything's possible. That's one thing with the NFL. Anything's possible. So, so with that being said, guys, I think we'll wrap it up a little early here. Loro, I know you do a little game by game or play by play. What you got on tap for yourself today?
Color cast with Patriots and Browns, and then extra point later tonight, and then Wild Sports Talk tomorrow night.
Okay. So, Chris, how about you? What you got going on?
We got Between the Ropes tonight. We also got a music show this evening, and tune in for those. We also have the Die Hard Football podcast tomorrow, recapping this week's action. We just got a lot of great shows coming up. So,
yep. And speaking of great shows, Chris, why don't you tell what show is celebrating its 50th episode this Monday?
Yeah, 50th episode is going to be the Four Bros radio show. That's going to be this Monday, 10 p.m. Pacific. So, tune in for that. It's going to be a great show, and we're going to have a bunch of laughs. And
we always have a bunch of laughs on that show. So Tim's chiming in. He's waiting for another Isaiah ranked. He's been loving those, just like the rest of us. For me, I'll try to be on Between the Ropes tonight. If not, you'll catch me on Tuesday for our final episode of On Deck, and then also Tuesday Night Mania. With that being said, I want to let everybody know that Coast to Coast is kind of retooling a few things. Speaking with On Deck, this will be its last episode of the year, and then we are going to rotate in 3 shows on Tuesday in that time slot. We're going to be moving our entertainment hour over, hosted by Dragon Viper, Crispy Bacon, and myself. We're going to move that from Saturday. We're also going to replay it on Saturday when we have it. We're also going to bring back Roundtable, which is just people talking about life and whatever, and get to know some of our hosts here. So we're going to bring that back. And then also we're going to bring back You Think You Know, our trivia show hosted by myself. So we're going to be running those shows every third week. So if you guys want to be a part of any of those shows, reach out to us, especially trivia. We definitely want to get some viewers involved and get some of our hosts here to kind of see who's the smartest people, So again, check that out. Like I said, it's going to start next week. We're going to probably start with Roundtable, then go into Entertainment Hour, and then, You Think You Know. So with that being said, You guys have a great Sunday football action. This is Big B with my man Crispy Bacon and my man Loro. Well, I'll check y'all next week on Morning Tailgate. Have a good day.